Okay, well I did have time, so here's a quick interior video of 11208 Lakeview, Raytown, Missouri, 64133. This property will be sold June 20th at auction by Larry Cantrell and Aaron Cantrell, his son. The contents will be sold at 10 a.m. You can preview at 8, but the contents will begin at 10 a.m. The house itself will sell, and the car will sell at 1 p.m. Then additional contents will be sold after the house. Please come and check us out. But quickly, I'm going to walk you through this house best I can, kind of from a visitor's perspective initially. Once your visitors come in off the porch, another lawnmower going over there now. All this rain we've had late. And here's your front door. This opens into a little foyer area, and then into what was used as a formal living room. 95% of what you'll see in this video is for sale. That old pump organ is not for sale, and I'll point out the major additional things, but 95% of what you see is for sale. So here's your view out. You can see the porch, see the road real nice. Quick view of the plots, our sale bill. So we'll go into the kitchen off of this room. My mom loved her kitchen carpet, so we have kitchen carpet. I always wanted to have her put in laminate, but she never would have it. She liked this carpet, so that's what's here. This kitchen, although not very modern, not updated, I mean, it's in great shape. These cabinets are in terrific shape. I'll do a slow pan of these cabinets just so you can see. A quick change out of hardware and you got yourself a very livable, usable kitchen that you will like. It's an eat-in kitchen. And this is where we had the majority of our meals. I was in this room. We actually had a bit larger table here, and we could put 8 people around that table without too much of a problem. There is another family or a dining room area that I'll show you. This off the kitchen is what I'd call the third legal bedroom. This would be great if someone was preparing dinner and wanted a nice safe place to keep an eye on their children. You could put a baby gate here. And this was a playroom for our daughter and my nephew. My mom used to babysit them, and they played in here a lot as children. And this was Mom and Dad's bedroom, actually, when we were kids. For some reason, they didn't want to be on the same end of the house as us kids. I don't know why that was. But anyway, they didn't, so they slept down here. And it's a nice little bedroom. It would be a great office, be a great bedroom. But it is, if it was a small child, you would be fairly far away from them. But a great office. The reason I say legal is because there are additional bedroom options in this house that you could configure it. I'll go ahead and show you this family room. This was an addition Dad put on, and if you saw the other video, this is that exterior door that leads out to the deck where you can have a barbecue. I'll just open the door. Good camera work there. Leads out here to this table, so it's a very short distance to bring food and things up from the kitchen for your outdoor activities. And then that other deck is located out that door, so that's not a bad walk either. And a lot of guests come in that back door because of the second driveway over there, and especially this house is ideal for people with mobility issues, because you can come in that door and basically deal with one step and you are in this entire house. If you put a washer and dryer up on this level, you'd have one floor living. My dad built this stick by stick addition. He laid up that fireplace brick by brick himself. And it's a big room. I don't know the dimensions off the top of my head. They are on the sale bill. They are on the Zillow ad. They're in all the stats. If you go looking for them, they'd be in there. But I can tell you, you can get a lot of people in here on a Christmas morning. It's great. Kids sit on the floor, or sometimes they take over the lazy boys, but get your presents open, sit around, good fellowship, great house for that. He's got some nice wood beadboard up there in the ceiling. So this is a good functioning fireplace. Haven't got it cleaned out, probably will not prior to the sale. But it'll run you out of here in the wintertime. At 90 degrees today, that doesn't sound like such a great thing, but yeah, in the winter, that's really a nice fireplace. And it does have a electric fan control that goes with it, but the majority of the time you do not need that. If you do, you'd have it on the very lowest setting. This room is plywood floors underneath this carpeting here. And beginning here at this threshold here, we've got wood carpets except for the carpeted kitchen that we already saw. That is plywood underneath. Everything else is going to have the hardwoods that you saw when we first came into that former living room, which I'll remind you what those look like real good. They're nice and clean. Look good. They've been protected by carpet in this area all these years. I can't imagine it would be a very big deal to clean these up. Pull the carpets, pull up the tack strip, and little bit of scrubbing, and you've got yourself some nice hardwood floors. Here's the bathroom. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home legally. This is the main bath on this floor, the only bath on this floor. You got 2 sinks, a couple mirrors. I'm trying not to film myself in the mirror here. So yeah, bathtub, shower stall here, toilet here. Kind of its own little hidden alcove. If a couple was getting ready, it would be kind of nice to have that little privacy blocker. Here's your guest bedroom. This was actually my childhood bedroom, and it was not decorated like this then. This beautiful oak set goes in the sale. This is not very old, very rarely used. So it's a guest bedroom. Most of the furniture in guest bedrooms doesn't get much wear. It's real pretty. I don't know what this would go for in Nebraska, but I'd tell you it would not be cheap. It's solid oak, as we like to say around here. Dad did not like particle board, so the things that he bought were, well, there's contents in there. Okay, well, welcome. Everything he got was solid oak or solid wood of some kind in its construction. He did not like particle board. Maybe a tiny bit in this house. So these carpets, they are okay to use, but if you pulled them up, you would have nice hardwood floors real quick. Okay, so you got nice big closet there. This is your master bed. This was my sister's childhood room. Just me and my sister grew up here. Great place to grow up. Like I said in an earlier video, it's got close walk to the lake. Put you downstairs here. I'm sure you're going to listen to all that. But it's a quick access for kids to walk to the lake and go fishing. I have not turned any lights on in this basement, so bear with me here. Just jump down the steps. Laundry's right here on the right. That doorway goes into the single car garage. It's on this level. Oh, I should have lit this up, lit my way. There's a hallway to what was the original basement of the home. We'll get there in a second, but here, this was an addition. Now, this is the basement of the addition that we saw with the fireplace upstairs. And this was a place that I lived in my 20s for a short time. It's one big room. And this was Dad's man cave after I left for good. There's John Deere collection, that stuff. Majority of that's going to sell. Day of sale. Some of those things like the trunks and things, those are not going. Those are things for the family. But most of this stuff is going in the auction. You got 2 closets down here. And this is kind of hard to envision, but this would make a nice income suite quickly and easily, or just if you had a young couple that were your children that are living with you, they could have privacy. Here you could put a deadbolt on this door, and you could cut in access right here off of the patio. The stairs would come down this wall on the exterior, and you could have a door right here. Then I would L a kitchen right here. You'd have a stacked washer and dryer in this area. And then you could do a small, just shower stall bathroom. There's a new, well, I won't show you, but there's a new 3 or 4 inch stack that Dad put in that you could tie your drains into, no problem. Just getting supply isn't an issue either. Then you got this area here too. You could put in a air handler and give them their own thermostat. So right now that's just a gas stove that heats this area, but give them their own thermostat. That would be a must for a renter. But anyway, make a nice little one room suite. You could probably, I would think, at least $1,000 with if you gave them part of the garage month rental income you could get off of that. A lot better than no exterior maintenance they would have. Here is the old basement, and this is where the majority of the contents are sitting and being staged for the sale. This is big kudos to my sister Tammy, but she did nearly all of this with some help from Michelle and Julie and Dana. I think I hope I'm not missing anybody, but I think they did the lion's share of this, and Tammy was definitely the ringleader. So here's a quick view of the preview of the contents. This will all be out on trailers the day of the sale. There's light back here, but it's kind of hard for me to get to it right now. A lot of Christmas items, and when I say Christmas, I don't just mean inexpensive stuff. There's some nice Christmas items in there. If you are into Christmas, it's kind of hard to get in the mood in June, but so that's why those things probably aren't going to sell for what they're really worth. But they are a lot of Christmas stuff if you want that. Here is the second bathroom of the home. This is where my dad would come in off the garage and clean up before he'd head upstairs. He was a lineman against the power and light, so he'd come in pretty grubby sometimes, and he would clean up down here. A shower stall, closet. He'd get cleaned up before he ever hit the upstairs, so he didn't ever have to worry about dragging any dirt or anything in. This is the area here that leads out to that garage I was telling you about. That is the car that's for sale. This is the area I was talking about, that highlighted as an area for Harley Davidsons. It's hard to envision it now, but all that stuff, storage, that's more Christmas, but all that stuff there would be a great area to keep a couple bikes. To parking. If you were using them for daily transportation in the summertime, it'd be a great area to keep your bikes. So this is an extra deep garage. So this car sits in here real easily. We still got refrigerator and an upright freezer here, plus storage, sump pump back in the corner. We've had no water through all this rain except in the sump pump, which is where God intended for it to be, and out in the ditches. So that's a 2005 Cobalt. Give you a quick, actually while I'm here, quick view of this car. It's actually 10,580 miles in this car, and it has, you can see nowhere. This car, if you were a collector of Cobalts, and this is just a utility mat, but the factory mat is underneath here and it's completely clean. I can smell the upholstery now, but you'll have to sit in this thing to believe it. Give you a quick shot of the garage and how that fits in. There's some trash there I got to throw in the pickup and haul off, but the car normally sits over a foot or so closer that way, and you have no problem getting in it out either side. Like I said, and there should be a place for your Harleys over here. I don't think I missed anything. There's your driveway, back where we started, actually. It's 11208 Lakeview Road, Raytown, Missouri. If you watched this third video, thank you so much for sticking with me all this way. The auction, once again, is June 20th. The preview begins at 8. You can get numbers. The auctioneers will start at 10 a.m. The home and the car will be sold at 1 p.m. There will be a concession stand provided. There will be an actual bathroom, not a Johnny on the spot, provided that day. Please come and check us out. We are having an open house, like I said, on June 14th, this coming Sunday. You can get an up-close view of this house. If the weather, provided the weather's good, we'll be open whether it's rain or shine, but because it's been all mostly rain of late. But I did want to say too why we went to auction with this home and didn't just use a realtor is that when we started looking with this land laid out the way it is, it's nearly an acre. It's 0.96. of an acre with these 3 lots that we couldn't find comparable properties. There are a few out there now, but nothing with the private drive situation that this has. The quietness, the access to the downtown areas, 20 minutes away, 20 minutes to the plaza. Raytown's kind of a hidden gem, and it's coming back with Cerner coming into town. It's a nice commute, and any direction you're going, really. You can take the 435 down around to the south side to go out and eat, and get out east to the Lee Summit on 350 real easily. But since we couldn't find any comps, our realtor was having a hard time giving us a price for this place. So we decided to go with it at auction because an appraiser was going to have the same issue. If you couldn't get at least 3 to 5 good comparable properties, then you can't come up with a number. So we do have a reserve on this property. I think it's a real reasonable reserve. There is a reserve that we'll have to sell for, but I know the auctioneer is going to start it at a reasonable opening bid. You do have to have $20,000 with you the day of the auction and a certified check or some type of guaranteed form that you put down the day of the sale, and then we'd close in 30 days after that. Or if you're all cash, we could figure out something faster than that. So thanks for sticking with me through all this. Please come check us out. Appreciate your time. Bye-bye.